all woman every time. I think I would nail it. In a nice dress, you know.
As I'd quite like to be able to sing anything like Cynthia. I mean, who wouldn't? As a 6'2" Jewish white man, it's been a dream of mine to sing like a petite black girl. Never have asked me to do it.
Is it in our show or in real life? In our show? I'm going to have to say Georgie, because she's my mentor, so. In real life? In real life. She's Sharon Osbourne. She's pretty cool. I think she's cool. Yeah.
I would have gone for the Osbourne.
Well,
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. It's in the hair. There's something about the hair that is amazing. I quite like Louis as a judge in our show.
In our show.
In our show.
Yeah, it's just a simpler life.
I've got to take Simon then, I guess. You know, but in the real world, definitely Gary Barlow. You know, normal, legend, so pretty, handsome, dresses well.
And it's good. Yeah. That's not hard, isn't it?
I retract my answer, Gary
You
Barlow.
can't retract.
Because I'm called Barlow.
Guys, I was in the audience last night. Everybody seemed to have been really nice about that. Thanks for a nice night out. You guys obviously worked a long time in theatre to hone your skills. What's your view of these sort of instant fame celebrity shows or reality TV shows like X Factor and like?
Great question.
I think they're like, I don't mind them. I genuinely don't mind them. It's not like they're a newfangled thing. Like there's been shows on television for years and years that create stars, and I think if people are good and talented and good at what they do, then regardless, it's a platform for anyone. Just like we work in theatre, and theatre is a platform for us to work through our careers, and like in any industry. I think if it's a start for someone and they take it seriously and they work hard, then why not?
And also, I guess it gives a chance to, if you're not someone that is around stuff like this, because we've been lucky enough to get into theatre or to go to schools that, you know, hone these crafts that we have. There are people that just don't have that chance, and I guess having the opportunity to go up in front of people and sing, you know, and let other people who wouldn't normally have that chance, I think is pretty cool, especially when it brings out some really, really cool artists. So, yeah.
I mean, I grew up in a town where if someone hadn't offered me a scholarship, like all of my training was free from like 14 onwards, and if I'd never been given that opportunity, I don't know how I would have got to where I am without maybe having, you know, I can totally see why people go on these shows, because it's their only way through sometimes, I think. And for that, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, and also to replace the Gladiators on a Saturday night. What better than the X Factor? If they brought Gladiators back, I wouldn't want any of these reality TV shows.
As long as Jet's did it.
Exactly. The same age as she is now. Though.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to not to laugh sometimes when you're doing a show?
Oh, still very difficult.
We gave up on that a long time ago. Just laugh is what happens. This show's amazing because we talk to the audience so much, and we can have that little knowing look that in so many shows, if you're on the barricades and they miss, then someone slips and falls, and you're like, oh my god, everybody's dying, I can't laugh. But in this, you can just go, yeah, we're right. So it's, I think we have a lot of fun. Like as a cast, I've never been in a cast with so many creative people and so many funny people. So it's amazing to be on stage with them. You literally don't know what's coming at you from any side, and that's so far for me. I don't know about you guys, but that's what's amazing.
I absolutely do not expect anyone to save me if I feel if I'm about to start laughing, because I'll just look at someone else and they'll be laughing too. So it's fine.
And it's great catching people off guard. Like, I think we're all still trying to hone timing, and there are lines that are changing. Sometimes we're not told about them, and so sometimes people literally throw a joke at you, and you have to respond as the audience do, because it's the first time you've heard it. Like, and so the great thing is that the style of the show embraces that, and whenever that's happened, the audience have laughed with us completely. You know, and you feel like it's the kind of show where we can do that. Although I I don't think any of us
The
are
other
encouraging
night, Alan and I will, before I get into this, will say Alan is incredibly cool and street. But Alan came on stage, unbeknown to us, dressed as Pharrell. And with like those baggy trouser pants and that massive hat that looks like the sorting hat from Harry Potter, with a gold backpack. And not that he can't pull it off, but I mean, it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life, looking at him dressed like that.
It was the best, the absolute best.
Yeah, so we had a lot of
we basically had a conversation with costume about making one of my outfits much more ridiculous. And so that was great to be able to do all of that and make suggestions and get this sort. It was all done in a day. I said, well, what about this? Could we do this? Could we do this? And then they had it all literally that day. And so these guys had never seen it when I walked on stage, which was just brilliant. You know, because that moment and that reaction was so genuine.
I know I've already asked a question, I'm really sorry, but if you guys could be a former X Factor contestant, like down the line, who would you be? You can be a group or a person.
If I'm a group, I want to be the third. We're going to win it.
a real life person, like a Jedward.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Who would you be?
I don't know.
Okay, who would
It's
that be?
really hard.
Same difference every time.
Same difference. They were amazing.
Dream come true.
Oh,
Me and you, Lipkin, as same difference.
They were like a rubbish version of S Club 7, like in two people. That was good. They were good. That guy, Johnny. What was his name?
Well, from the last one.
The older guy with the glasses.
glasses.
He was on Louis'
Yeah.
team.
That was
What was his name?
the season before last.
Johnny Robinson.
He was
Robinson.
really sweet.
Him. I liked him. He was a corker.
I don't know. Who do you think? Who would you be? Yeah.
No,
Huh?
no.
Leona. That'd be fun, but would I have fun with Leona? I think I might have fun with Leona. Might be. I did not say that. You said that. You said that. That was not me. There we go.
Solid choices.
Yeah.
Obviously, the show's a new show. It's a completely kind of new concept, really. How would you describe the show to people that have no idea what they're coming to see?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
Let the dog say it.
Harry Hill was walking out of the theatre the other night, and he had his flack on and his glasses, and he was walking behind this older couple that he overheard saying, "I've never taken LSD, but I imagine that's what it's a bit like." So it's unlike anything. I think it's got the beauty that we're in the Palladium. And it's like truly the home of variety. And this show, more than a lot of other shows that I've seen, really embraces that kind of sketch show craziness. The style of the music is amazing. It's the first original British musical that isn't based on an existing story, an original British comedy in so many years. So to have new music that is so varied in style and comedy playing styles that are so varied, I just think it's fun, it's bonkers, it's Python-esque, it's Harry Hill-esque, it's everything, you know, it's just a great night out. And if you kind of embrace it, then you'll enjoy it. Anyone else?
How much has it changed since rehearsals to previous?
A lot. A lot.
A better question would probably be how much is the same. I think. Yeah, it's probably.
Well, it's changed a little bit today.
Yeah, it changes every day, and it has changed every day since rehearsal. Yeah.
It's just the nature of the beast, really, because it's completely new, and it's something that you put on incredible individuals. So in order to make it what it is, to make it to get it where we want it to get it to, it has to be adjusted and changed and re-scripted, and that's part of the fun, just finding things that you can make really your own. So yeah.
Plus some of the things that in Harry Hill's brain that he wrote down on paper then are not physically possible. Like you just go like, how do you achieve that kind of thing? Like it's and comedy as well is so you can write all sorts of stuff, and until you get it in front of 2,500 people every night and you know what they laugh at, then you don't know. And you don't know the structure of things and what works and what doesn't work, and things that they thought would be brilliant, actually maybe sort of didn't work as well as other things, and so they embraced them and changed them. So we're using previews, or we have used previews for what they're traditionally for, you know. Some of the shows come over from Broadway and they're templates and they're there and they're great. So previews are an opportunity for a cheaper ticket, but we've used previews to really work on the show, which has been amazing. You know, tiring and hard, but brilliant and a great experience.
And I think we had so many people with so many ideas, so many comedians or comic actors that we just kept throwing things in the pot until, and then the lucky position we were in to have such long previews is we then got to sort of do the greatest hits. We kind of got to select everything and go, this is where we need to be now. You know?
Yeah, I know Charlie Baker's a comedian.
Yeah, brilliant.
Are there any others in the cast, and how have they influenced the work that goes into the show?
Charlie's the only sort of stand-up, but then there's a lot of people in there that have made a career of comedy. Yeah, Vicky, who plays Geordie, who is the sort of the Cheryl Cole-esque kind of character. She's a comedic actress and sort of much more of a TV background kind of thing. She's amazing.
I have to say that being on stage with that woman is brilliant. She's phenomenal. She's wonderful.
Yeah. So it's been great. A lot of creative people, really cool, really cool.
How many of those being parodied, the judges and contestants, have you been to see the show, or do you expect to come and see it?
Louis been in.
Is it?
Simon's been in. Who else did we? We didn't. She's not parodied in the show. But Sam Bailey was in. Louis loved it.
Yeah.
Like he absolutely. Simon loves it as well. Like
Sam loved it.
They all loved it. But it's there. Yeah. I think they were quite nervous. I'm really excited for Cheryl and Dermot to come and see it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for them to come see. I think they're kind of. I think what's quite cleverly done is you definitely know who they are, but they're their own characters. So you can always at some points go, it's just a version of someone who is like them, rather than someone trying to do an impression, you know. So I think it works quite well. Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.